Vanakkam, Namaskar, and good evening, everybody. My name is N.C. Bipindra. I'm the managing trustee of Center for South Indian Studies, which is the host of today's evening's broadcast. Keynote speaker of the day is Honorable Justice V. Chidambaresh, who was until recently a judge in the High Court of Kerala. Justice Chidambaresh is a legal luminary and a senior advocate with 4 decades of legal practice, and he practices in the Supreme Court these days. Justice Chidambaresh ji for his remarks. Sir, please, if you could just take the...
Now, I will put it in a legal perspective. Now, what is a procession? An assembly, a lawful assembly in motion. That is procession. We have heard of unlawful assembly in Indian Penal Code. This is a lawful assembly, that too in motion, and that is precisely the procession. The power to take procession along public roads can be traced to Articles 19B, 19(1)B and 19(1)D of the Constitution. 19(1)B says, all citizens have the right to assemble peacefully and without arms. Then D, to move freely throughout the territory of India. To assemble peacefully and to move freely throughout the territory of India is the right to take procession. The right to take procession along public streets has been the subject matter of litigations even during the pre-constitution period. One such judgment of Justice Benson can be seen in ILR 1903-26 Madras 554. Now, I will read 2 or 3 sentences from the judgment. The practice of using the public highways for religious processions has existed in India for thousands of years. History, literature, and tradition all tell us that religious processions to the village shrines formed a feature of the national life from the very early times. The law recognizes the use of the highway by processions as lawful and gives the magistrate and superior officers of police power to direct and conduct of assemblies and processions through the public streets and to regulate the use of music in connection with them and to prevent obstructions on the occasion of such assemblies and processions. The law recognizes religious processions as lawful just as much as it recognizes other processions. This judgment of Justice Benson was referred to by the Privy Council in AR 1925 Privy Council 36, wherein it was held, in India, there is a right to conduct a religious procession with its appropriate observances through a public street so that it does not interfere with the ordinary use of the street by the public and subject to lawful directions by the magistrates. A civil suit for declaration lies against those who interfere with the religious procession or its appropriate observance. About a century ago in 1925, it has been held by the Privy Council that a civil suit for declaration and consequential injunction will lie. Now, what has been granted by the Madras High Court is a police protection, a direction to issue police protection after granting a declaration that the petitioners have a right to take out procession. Now, the matter again came up before the Supreme Court in AR 1961 Supreme Court 884, wherein the Supreme Court said the right of citizens to take out procession or to hold public meetings flows from the right in Article 19(1)(b) to assemble peacefully and without arms, and the right to move anywhere in the territory of India. Now, all these decisions have been referred to by Justice Sikri on behalf of himself and on behalf of Justice A.M. Ray and Jagmohan Reddy in 1973 1 SEC 227. There we find a concurring judgment by Justice Beck. Now the majority judgment said there is not only a right to take procession, but there is also a right to conduct meetings on the public road. As regards the right to conduct a meeting on the public road, Justice Beck differed. Justice Beck said it will outflow the right under Article 19(1)(b) of the Constitution of India. No doubt you have a right to move, a right to take out procession without impeding the traffic, without affecting the vehicular or pedestrian traffic. But a right to conduct an assembly, right to conduct a meeting in the middle of the public road will outflow the rights guaranteed under the Constitution. This is what Justice Beck said. It is true that there is a well-recognized right of taking out processions on public thoroughfares in this country as an incident of the well-understood right of their user by the public, but I find it very difficult to proceed further and to hold that such a right would be extended and converted into a right to hold a public meeting on a thoroughfare. Now, there can be a procession. Can there be a tandava or a dance along the public street while taking out procession? The matter was considered by the Supreme Court in 1983 4 SEC 522, when the Ananda Margis of Calcutta filed a writ petition stating that they have a right to conduct procession, dancing tandava along the public road. Then the Supreme Court said, we are not in a position to accept the contention of so-and-so that performance of tandava dance in a procession or at a public place is an essential religious right to be performed by every Ananda Margi. Now, whether it is an essential religious right or not has to be deciphered before granting permission. Now we come to Article 25(1) of the Constitution of India, which says, subject to public order, morality and health, and to the other provisions of this part, all persons are equally entitled to freedom of conscience and the right freely to profess, practice and propagate religion. Practice. Now, what is meant by practice? Whether it is an essential religious practice of a particular religion, Tandava dance to Ananda Margis. This was again considered by the Supreme Court in 2004 12 SEC 770, where their lordship said, the protection guaranteed under Articles 25 and 26 of the Constitution is not confined to matters of doctrine or belief, but extends to acts done in pursuance of religion, and therefore contains a guarantee for rituals, observances, ceremonies, and modes of worship which are essential or integral part of religion. What constitutes an integral or essential part of religion has to be determined with reference to its doctrines, practices, tenets, historical background, etc. of given religion. Now, as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, we have religious processions attached to many temples. I have seen such processions in Madurai Meenakshi Temple, Madurai, and in Tiruchendur also. Take Puri Temple of Jagannath, or Kalpati Car Festival of Palghat, where I hail from. There is all a procession along the public streets during specified days in a year that has been an integral or essential part of religion with reference to its doctrine practice. It is not a newly invented custom or practice. It has been in existence for years together, which should be permitted to continue without any hindrance. Now, unless we are able to tolerate the performance of religious procession by every community, we will be reaching a situation of suffocation. Now, as far as a real Hindu is concerned, Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, the entire world is a family. The family consists of different members, different religions. We see processions not only by Hindus, but also by Christians during Easter, by Muslims during Ramzan. Eid Namaskar prayers are held in public roads in some places of Kerala. There has to be a tolerance. Unless it is cultivated, there will be a warlike situation in this country. Now, this Madras High Court judgment is a welcome leaf in the judicial history. Their lordships have referred to the relevant decisions, and Mr. Karthikeyan has been helpful in bringing out a reported judgment, which is in tune with the earlier judgment of the Supreme Court of Justice Sikri, which refers to the Privy Council and Justice Benson's judgment.